Hey guys, okay, so I wanted to answer your questions that you sent me, and I really appreciate those of you who are sending me questions, and I love answering them. So send me more questions if you have any, and yeah, so let's get started. Okay, alright. 4x4 Girly asks, how many kids are you planning on having? I personally want 5 to 7. Well, we aren't going to have 5 to 7. Not a chance. No. We are actually going to have 2. I think we're done after the second. We're not going to do anything major, I don't think, like a vasectomy or anything like that, but we will, I am going to get an IUD, whether or not my insurance covers it this time, because I'm definitely not going on anything hormonal, like the Depo shot again. Nothing, never like that. So, yeah, most likely just 2, but we'll see. I mean, I'm not too sure. Depends on how our second baby is. If it's a really easy peasy baby, possibly more sooner. I'm not sure. So I hope that answers your question, 4x4 Girly. Miss Mellyful asks, how did you and your husband meet? I already answered that in a separate video. And did you have any hobbies that you did before you had your daughter that you don't do now? Love you. Oh, I love you too. I do. I love you. To be completely honest, I never really had a hobby. I mean, I didn't really do too much scrapbooking, too much of it anyway, before I got pregnant. I worked all the time, and I loved to work out before I got pregnant and gained 1,000,000 pounds. And so basically working out and working and hanging out, and I guess I never really had much of a hobby. I know that sounds kind of funny, but it's true, never. Not really. Am I really that boring? Harding Pug asks, do you miss being pregnant after your daughter was born? And do you want to have a boy next? Will you be done with 2 kids? By the way, your daughter is so adorable. Thank you. She is adorable. She's the love of my life, the light of my life, the meaning of my world. Oh, hi. Okay, yes, I missed being pregnant right after I had Megan. I still miss being pregnant. Not for the aches and the cramps and the pain and the not sleeping and all that. I missed being pregnant because of the kicks and you know, you get to sleep at night. Unless you have more than 1 kid, and I didn't have a child previously before Megan was my first. There. But I really miss sleeping, and even though you don't like it at the time, because sometimes it may wake you up, I really missed feeling her kick and then waking up because she was kicking me. Like, it was like, you know, it was really sweet. I miss being pregnant for the cute little things, like ultrasounds and the kicks and all that crazy stuff. As for if I want a boy next, you know, honestly, I'll be happy with either a girl or boy, but my hopes are that I do have a second girl because I have all girl clothes and all girl things, and you know, it would just be so much easier to just have a girl, you know, because I have all the things. I mean, if I have a boy, I'm not going to switch out my car seat or my strollers, and I'm not going to, you know, he's going to have to live with a pink car seat, you know. I mean, I don't want to buy new things like that. That's it's not a waste of money, but I feel like it's almost just kind of silly going out and buying new things when you've got perfectly good things here, you know, just because. So I'm kind of hoping that I do have a girl next, because it'd just be so much easier. And the third part of your question was, will I be done after 2 kids? And I already answered that. Yes, possibly no. We're not really sure. Depends. Oh, I put this in there. Okay. Cans Broadway, and I could swear your username used to be Cards Broadway. I might be crazy. Anyway. Cans Broadway asks, do you think the Depo contributed to your depression? Was it the cause of it? How did the affect the first months of Megan's life? Do you miss being pregnant? what will you do differently pregnancy-wise with your next pregnancy? Okay. Wow. Good questions. And a lot of them. Cool. Cool. Just cool. Alright, first question in those series is, do I think the Depo shot contributed to my depression? Oh my goodness, big time. I think I did have some postpartum depression, and of course I had underlying depression before, but this was before I got on the shot. The depression I had before was manageable. I could manage it. I could basically live with it, And I think I started having a little bit of postpartum depression after I got the shot too, and with the hormones of the shot. That all together was it was just like my whole body was crazy. You have to understand that once you get pregnant, you have this huge surge of estrogen coming into your body. And little FYI, fun fact, the linea nigra that you get when you're pregnant, that's caused by estrogen, if you did not know that. That's caused by the extra estrogen. So anyway, once you get pregnant, you have this huge surge of estrogen, and it makes you feel great. It just makes you feel awesome. Some people no, some people yes, most people yes. And then, hold on, that was the pediatrician. Anyway, like I was saying, when you're pregnant, you get this huge surge of estrogen, and it makes you feel great. But then, once you have the baby, your estrogen levels drop. And that can make some people have postpartum depression. That's actually one of the leading causes of postpartum depression, if I'm correct. At least that's what my therapist told me, is that the drop in estrogen is major. So then the increasing, of course everybody has progesterone, but the extra progesterone from the Depo shot, that hormone, while I already have a drop in estrogen, that was huge, and that just made everything kind of magnified. So let's just say if I didn't have the Depo shot and I was upset because for some reason, let's just say my husband said, honey, I don't think you should wear that shirt because I don't like it. Let's just say he said that and I was like a little upset, but nothing that was worth fighting over. But on the Depo shot, if he said that, I'm like, you think I'm fat? You're terrible. You don't love me. Blah, blah, blah. And we just get in a huge fight, and it's like crazy. So that's what I mean by magnifying it. Just taking your emotions to a completely new level. That's what it did for me. And it just magnified my worries about my daughter, made me feel like I didn't know what I was doing, that I wasn't a good mother, and postpartum depression also played a role in that, but it wouldn't have been huge, I bet, if I didn't have the shot. So yes, I think it does definitely contribute to the shot. The second question you asked was, how did it affect the first months of Megan's life? Well, she was 3.5 months when I got the shot, if I believe. She's about 15 weeks, something around there. I got it April 13th, so yeah, she was about 14, 15 weeks. It was, we were already bonded, but I think, feeling my emotions, seeing me cry, because she has seen me cry more than a few times, a lot of times, but she has seen me and my husband argue. Just seeing that, I know that it affects her. I know that, she doesn't understand it. She doesn't know how to feel from it, but I know it affects her. So yes, it would affect her, definitely. But lately it's been better. I don't see a change in her. She's always been this smiley little girl, but nothing too crazy. Just that in that moment that I could tell she could feel something. Babies are very intelligent. Not that you didn't know that, but I do feel like she felt a little something from it, of course. Okay, the third part of your question was, do I miss being pregnant? I already answered it. Yes, I do. What will you do differently with your next pregnancy? I think I'm going to take it in stride. I think I want to really just enjoy it. I want to make it last forever. I want to be pregnant forever. No, I'm kidding. I really want to do maternity pictures, and because this might be my last pregnancy. I want to do maternity pictures, and I want to do the belly cast, and I just want to just suck all the joy up of pregnancy. Suck it all up. Guys, I hope that makes sense.